Wings.
What I like about K-pop is that it offers a vast spectrum of subgenres and concepts to explore, catering to various tastes. However, it's a rarity for girl groups to steer clear of the latest trends and delve into the realms of horror and darkness. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Midnight Theories, and if you're new here, welcome to Midnight Theories. Today I'm excited to cover PIXY, an underappreciated group that leaves a strong impression with their talent, stage presence, and unconventional concept. I've only ever talked about PIXY through compilation videos in the past, but this time, we are shining a light on the group through a deep dive under their hauntingly beautiful concept and artistry. Within this hidden gem lies an abundance of talent waiting to be discovered, but the unfortunate reality is that PIXY finds themselves teetering on the brink of disbandment. But before we dive into PIXY's enchanting concept, discography, and dire situation, let me first introduce you to the members and take a look at their journey thus far. PIXY burst onto the scene originally as a 6-member powerhouse, as a collaboration between All Out Entertainment and Happy Tribe Entertainment. Leading the pack is Ella, whose powerhouse vocals secured her as the main vocalist. Then, we have Lola, the fierce lead rapper with rhythms as sharp as a knife. We have Satbyul, who holds it down as the sub-rapper, easily laying down smooth flows. Then we have Dayam, who brings her charming charisma as the main rapper, who can also hit those high notes flawlessly. We also have Sua, with the ethereal voice, who dazzles as a sub-vocalist, while Dajong, the youngest, brings explosive energy to the mix. Together, these 6 girls form PIXY. If you'd like a more in-depth background on each member, I suggest watching their playlist, PIXY TV. It's a sort of documentary series covering each of the members' individual journeys. The 6 bewitching fairies figuratively sprouted their wings as they began their careers on February 24th, 2021, with their debut album, With My Wings, featuring the lead single, Wings. The single opens up with the bewitching incantation, weaving together ominous vocals, eerie chants, and harsh echoes atop a dark, hypnotic trap beat that grips you with its gravity. But Wings is more than just a song. It's the key that unlocks the door to PIXY's mystical realm, where fairy tales take on a haunting new life in the Fairest Forest series. PIXY is no ordinary group, which means this is no ordinary debut. While other girl groups in the industry lean towards a girl crush or elegant concepts, PIXY fiercely forges their own paths, delving into a spine-chilling tale. Like the group name suggests, these girls represent fairies in their own special worldview. Through a series of enchanting storybook animations, PIXY gradually unveils their story. In this grim tale, PIXY consisted of 6 wingless fairies, relentlessly mocked by their fellow fairies for not having wings. Within this world, the fairies sport butterfly-like wings, a motif that reoccurs throughout PIXY's story. Abandoned by their peers, PIXY finds solace in the companionship of butterflies, who become their loyal protectors. While butterflies typically symbolize positive transformations, in PIXY's story, their association takes a darker hue. For the relentless fairies, this transformation leads them down a treacherous path. The wingless fairy's pitiful existence took a sinister turn when one day, a red fairy, portrayed by Dajong, stumbles upon a pair of luminous, shattered wings emitting an eerie glow. The curious girls are initially overjoyed at their find, even though they are broken and cannot be used. However, this discovery will soon cause their downfall. Starting from that night onwards, the fairy Dajong was plagued by reoccurring nightmares from a witch, relentlessly demanding the stolen pair of wings before the Red Moon's arrival. In the animation, the Red Moon is depicted as an eye that looks similar to the witch's eyes. In the witch's message, she dangles a seductive promise, a shiny, new pair of wings for each of the wingless fairies, in exchange for the shattered pair found in the forest. But with this message comes a dreadful ultimatum. If they dared to withhold the wings, a malevolent curse would befall them. The irresistible offer had the 6 wingless fairies put the pieces of the wings in a box and embarked on their perilous journey. Their debut music video eerily mirrors their spine-tingling teaser. In In this ominous story, one of the members, Dia, uncovered a solo white feather, a fragment of the stolen wings tucked away in a box. After opening the box, Dia unknowingly unleashes something sinister in the air, and she tries to run away. However, she stops and gives in to her dark desires. Driven by an insidious desire for power, she sought out the witch, receiving in return a pair of black wings. Although this is a fantasy tale, their challenges and triumphs within mirror their own journey. While Pixie prepare to rise and dazzle, there's an underlying unease about the obstacles lurking ahead. In terms of concepts and storytelling, I think Pixie has a really good creative team and is up there with groups like VIXX, The Kingdom, and LOONA. Beyond their captivating storyline, the impact of their debut is amplified by their performance skills and stage presence. The choreography serves at the heart of the story, initially drawing the public's attention with impactful moments, such as a highlighted screaming section in their performance teaser. From the beginning, the group employs a fluid yet intricate formations to convey their story. Their skillful use of levels and dynamics enhance their choreography, weaving in the motif of wings seamlessly. Moreover, the synergy among the members is undeniable, as they move in perfect harmony while still allowing the individual's brilliance to shine through. The integration of costumes, music, and lighting further elevate the experience, forming a glamorous mosaic that mesmerizes the audience from start to finish. There is so much detail put in this release. You can tell the team behind them put so much care into this project. Everywhere you look, you can see so many things happening at once. In their live performances, Pixie showcases their mastery as performers. Their presence is absolutely fierce and enchanting, worthy of any music show win. The quality of their debut followed the group into their later releases. Fairy Forest Bravery is the second installment in their trilogy. The magical mystery continues with Let Me Know, serving as the title track. In contrast to their angsty approach with Wings, Let Me Know caters to the mainstream audience with a gentler brassy trap approach, complemented by their challenging vocals, guitar riffs, and synths. I think one of Pixie's strong suits is their ability to flawlessly execute any intense choreography. In this comeback, the group elevates their choreography with stunning formations that leave viewers breathless. The music video begins with a striking image, 5 of the members laying on their backs, holding up Dia with their legs. Though it's not an overly complex move, it sets a bold tone right from the start. If there's one thing you should know about Pixie by now, it's that they always deliver a visual feast that leaves you absolutely gagged. I mean, these girls were serving face and fierce moves. There are so many beautiful moments throughout the choreography that you really should just watch it yourself. Pixie's adventure continues in the dark, thorny forest. The group of fairies take a break from their adventure and one by one fall into a slumber. Dajung, the last one awake, begins to hear the witch's whispers yet again. However, this time, the witch's demand is far more sinister. In this new message, the witch tells Dajung that if the group continues to move together, they will never make it in time before the red moon rises. The witch tasks the red fairy to sacrifice one of her friends, and in return, the witch will give the red fairy the shiniest piece of wing. The witch, now transformed into a wicked puppeteer, uses the unlucky fairy as her pawn to orchestrate nefarious deeds and sow discord among the other fairies. The red fairy's greed clouds her judgment, causing her to conceal the broken wings and awaken 4 out of the 5 fairies. The red fairy falsely accuses the green fairy, Dia, of stealing the wings and successfully turns the others against her. She whispers to the other fairies that they must push the green fairy off the cliff while she's still asleep, or none of them will succeed in their quest. Thinking that Dia is a traitor, the other fairies agree to throw her off the cliff. They each grab a corner of the blanket and carry her to the edge of the cliff. That's when Chapter 2 ends. In the music video, a clear distinction is drawn between the members, portraying both good and bad. The video concludes with the appearance of a giant blue butterfly, signaling the transition into the 3rd and final chapter. But the question looms, could they resist the witch's treacherous temptations and reunite to rely on one another once more? The hype around Pixie decreased during this time. Their comeback was badly timed, coinciding with the explosive success of BTS's Dynamite. Blackpink's Rosé solo debut with On the Ground, Taemin's return with Advice, and Brave Girl's viral hit, Rolling. It was disheartening to see Pixie's talent go unrecognized, especially considering their depth of skill and potential. Despite losing some hype with their previous album, Pixie quickly redeemed themselves with their final part of their trilogy, with Fairy Force Temptation, and also introduced a new era. Unlike their previous album releases, this album features 2 title tracks, Addicted and Bewitched. Right on cue for the Halloween season, Pixie unveiled a hauntingly enchanting cinematic masterpiece worthy of its own feature film. As the title suggests, this song is addicting. The mid-tempo hip-hop track is built over devilishly delicious synths with resounding percussion and airy vocals. Additionally, the rappers are strongly showcasing this angsty piece with their intense rap verses. All of these parts help create a perfect concoction for a strong comeback. The music video is equally divine with its rich horror-adjacent aesthetic. The gothic set is the perfect backdrop to display Pixie's powerful and captivating moves. Their insane choreography tackles ghoulish formations and difficult moves. Typically, we don't see girl groups perform these faster, sharper, more masculine movements, but here Pixie is, doing crazy backbends and creatively making great use of the number of members. It's always impressive to see even-numbered member groups display something so balanced without completely concealing one of its members. In this chapter, Daya, having been pushed off the cliff, awakens with a scream of terror. Yet, her cry is swiftly drowned out by the sudden approach of a butterfly. Meanwhile, the witch begins to whisper sinister words into the green fairy's ear. Suddenly, the sky was colored with a blinding red. Terrified of the scene, the fairy runs through the forest. The red fairy who initially hid the wings looks at the red-colored forest and suspects that something is wrong. The remaining fairies start looking for the fairy that had been thrown off the cliff. The butterflies begin to disperse the mist. A strange key appeared between a flock of butterflies. They turn to the butterfly and then pluck the key from the butterfly's wings and follow the faint footprints left by the vanished fairy. The butterfly suddenly flapped its wings and turned into a fairy with one wing. Bewitched, the second track highlighted from the album, is a well-deserved standout. Its production weaves an irresistible spell, navigating unexpected twists and turns while maintaining a strong, captivating hook at its core. Presented through a performance video, Pixie delivers one of their most impressive choreographies to date, with fast-paced, sleek, and sharp movements. They raise the bar and surpass themselves, proving they aren't just performers, they're storytellers. Their next album, Reborn, ushers in a new era with Villain, reintroducing the members as bewitching anti-heroes for their Dark City series. Despite the absence of Ella, Pixie still showcased an exceptional performance. Villain thrives off its layered synth bass, distorted melodies, and funky groove. For this comeback, we don't get a worldview teaser, but they introduce this new era teased through their animated music video for Moonlight. Escaping the forest, we are transported to what feels like an alternate universe, where their thorny forest is now a modern dystopian city. In this story, the members are seeking out a highly guarded diamond, representing the one shattered pair of wings. The Dark City series comes to an end with Karma from their mini-album, Chosen Karma. Karma is a fantastic follow-up to Villain. The song is easily digestible as it's loaded with funk jazz hip-hop influences and has one of my favorite anti-drops. It's important to note that Karma is a mashup of tracks from their B-sides, Hide and Seek and Flip a Coin. It pulls the best energy from each song to create a beautiful harmony. In this comeback, Pixie returned with a slight lineup change. Ella and Sapyeol have left the group and a new face emerges. The new member, Rinji, was introduced through a teaser titled Who Is She? Rinji was never a replacement for either of the former members and was always meant to be an addition, similar to Yeti from Red Velvet. Her presence has always been teased since Pixie's early releases, She was represented through a character previously known as the One-Winged Fairy and as a helper in Pixie's Moonlight music video. In real life, she had been performing alongside Pixie while Ella was on hiatus and was later reintroduced during Pixie's European tour. While previous albums focused on story progression, after the reboot, all complex worldviews were removed and only a simple setting was maintained. It's unfortunate because in the end, it appears that the wings were never found in the series. The Dark City series comes to an end when the members punish the villains of the Dark City. In contrast to Pixie's earlier releases, Karma comes off as somewhat dull and disappointing, lacking the force and depth of storytelling found in their previous work. Despite not fully resonating with this comeback conceptually, the song remains as one of my favorites from their discography. Pixie's growth has always been steady until this release. With the launch of this album, Pixie soared up the charts, nearly tripling their sales figures from their previous release. However, despite Pixie's evident success and growing popularity, their management failed to fully capitalize on their rising fame. Pixie commands attention with every aspect of their artistry, showcasing undeniable talent. However, what they lack in is proper management to nurture their potential and enhance their visibility. Following a successful return, Pixie pleasantly surprised fans with a smaller scale project, The Voice, featuring Truth or Dare as the title track. The special comeback is the brainchild of Pixie's newest member, Rinji, who not only choreographed the song, but also directed and styled this project. Truth or Dare delights with its infectious disco pop vibes, catering to fans like myself who have a soft spot for disco-infused tracks. While this felt like a fun teaser for their much-anticipated comeback, the fandom has yet to see one realized, and there isn't a sign hinting to one either. This silence was somewhat understandable initially, given Pixie's involvement in 2 major back-to-back tours. However, concern arose when Pixie stopped posting on their group's socials, leaving fans worried. The situation was compounded when fans noticed that the agency's official website had been down for several months. Fans began to speculate that the company was struggling financially. Rumors began to spread that the company lost their building because when fans sent gifts to the members, they got their packages back. And even more rumors circulated about the staff and trainees leaving. Additionally, when their 3rd anniversary and members' birthdays came around, there was no immediate post. And their tour wasn't exempt from the chaos either. The tour was barely promoted and the first 3 stops got cancelled. One was even confirmed to be cancelled due to low ticket sales. And recently, the situation has worsened. In February, Rinji posted on the group's fan cafe, advising fans not to expect anything, making a significant blow to fans' hopes and expectations. If you would like an extended and detailed list of Pixie's mismanagement, you can check out this post on X. Transformations to nightmarish visuals, Pixie has taken us on a journey through the shadows, making us question what lies beneath the surface. As we revel in the spine-tingling artistry of Pixie, it's a reminder that K-pop continues to evolve, pushing boundaries and offering a hauntingly beautiful escape from the ordinary. Pixie has always been a force to be reckoned with. They embody the originality and artistry that K-pop craves, yet they find themselves teetering on the brink of disbandment. I really hope that Winxies, Pixie's dedicated fandom, alongside the broader K-pop community, can unite and get a solid answer from All Art, instead of wondering if we're ever getting a proper comeback anytime soon, or if they're disbanding. Until then, Pixie has fallen all the way back to where they started, as wingless fairies trapped in the darkness. If you like these kind of videos, feel free to suggest which artist or topic I should cover next. And as always, thank you for watching, and enjoy your stay.